Do women really hate each other? Do women really hate each other? Because growing up, we hear this stereotype and this common saying that, oh, women don't like each other. Women compete for everything. Women are jealous of each other. Oh, be careful of that woman. Be careful of this woman. And they keep projecting these fears onto you. And a lot of us grew up being so scared of associating with our fellow woman. But then again, as you grow older, as you become an adult, as your frontal lobe begins to develop, you realize that, I don't think so. I don't think this is true. I don't think women hate each other. I don't think this stereotype should continue to foster. You begin to ask yourself questions. And the more you grow older, you realize that you're associating more with your fellow woman. And then it changes the dynamics of everything. So today we're going to talk about the dynamics of female friendship. And we're also going to address the elephant in the room, which is, do women actually hate each other? Because from my perspective, I have a very different opinion, right? So let's get into it. Now I'm going to address some of the misconceptions. And the first one I'm going to talk about is female friendships are always full of drama. It's one of those common and most pushed stereotype that female friendships are always full of drama. As you're growing up, you're hearing it. You hear it from every angle. They tell you, oh, women are drama, women are dramatic. Society, especially social media, reality shows, movies, they always project women as being dramatic. They're always fighting over something, especially men. They're always gossiping about each other. They're always backbiting each other. They're always envious or jealous of each other. They're always competing silently amongst themselves. And they keep projecting these things. And we ingest it. And it becomes a part of us as we grow. And for that reason, a lot of women miss out on genuine female friendships out of projected fear, right? And this is a misconception. It has lingered on for years. But let's address it. Women are always fighting for each other. And a lot of the times, it's for male attention. I'm not going to absolve some women of the fact that they are male-centered. There are male-centered women, and they are dangerous, extremely dangerous species. However, there are also women that want to connect with other women. There are also women that are willing to work on their relationship with other women and build something substantial. Now, being dramatic also comes from a place of women being emotional beings that have admitted that they are emotional. Now, for men, a lot of times they don't accept that they are emotional people. But for women, we are in tune with our emotions and we communicate our emotions. A woman will tell you what she's feeling, why she's feeling it, how she's feeling it, and when she's feeling it, right? And that is how being able to communicate her emotions. And for some people, they term that dramatic because they want you to swallow everything. They want you to not talk about how you're feeling. But women who are in tune with their emotions and they communicate it properly, they're not being dramatic. Now, I'm not going to sit here and tell you that disagreements do not happen. For every type of human interaction, there will be disagreements. However, the ability of people to resolve, to communicate and resolve those issues is peak human experience. Now, women are not full of drama. Women just know how to communicate their emotions. Women know how to admit that they are emotional and they communicate it properly. And society termed that dramatic. And for some women, they didn't give themselves a chance to be able to experience female friendship, to be able to tell the difference. So I'm sitting here to tell you that women are not full of drama. And if you're allowing that stereotype to deprive you of peak female friendship experience, I'm sorry for you. Another misconception is that women are too competitive to support each other genuinely. This long-standing stereotype has been projected for many years. They said that women are always competing for something. A lot of times it's for male attention, for beauty standards, for societal status, for success. But let me ask you, is there any human species that is not competing? So why is it that women's competition is being projected as something that is negative? For men, they compete over anything. They compete over the cars they drive, over the clothes they wear, over the women they hang out with, and it's not projected as something negative. But when it comes to women, they sit down and they tell you that women are just so competitive. They cannot support each other genuinely. They are always fighting for one thing or the other. And you ingest it and you begin to live that as your truth. As a woman, you need to understand that These are stereotypes that are just in front of you to deny you peak female friendship experience. And as someone who has genuine female friends in my circle and in my corner, I can tell you that it's one of the best things that would ever happen to you as a woman. Now, saying that women are too competitive and they cannot genuinely support each other, I see it on the flip side as admiration. Women admire each other a lot. Like I said, I am not going to absolve some people of their terrible human behavior. But I'm addressing it as a stereotype against women. Because whether it's on the male side or on the female side, there are people that are genuinely not good people. And they would be envious or jealous of you regardless of their gender, right? But projecting that as something that has to specifically do with women or specifically relate to women is what I am addressing. Women admire each other a lot. Women look up to each other a lot. You can come out, you can dress properly and come out, and there is somebody, a woman by your side that is giving you a sneak peek. Oh, she looks really cute and all that, right? And women want to emulate what other women are doing. Now, if you interpret that on the negative side, you might feel like, oh, why is she looking at me like that? Why is she looking at me like that? Why is she jealous of me? Is she envious of me? But I always see that as admiration because at the first experience I have with a woman, I already have it at the back of my mind that I'm giving you the benefit of the doubt. I have an open mind to my relationship with women because you don't need to prove anything. I just need to have a good experience with you, and I'm very open-minded about it. So I always see things from the positive instead of the negative. And I am not competing with you, I'm just admiring you. You look beautiful. I love your braids, I love your wig, I love your hair. I love the way you smile. Oh, I love your handbag. Oh, I love that you're climbing this corporate ladder. I love your position in that company. I love how you manage your business. I'm not envious of you. I just admire you. And I see it from that angle. And even when I have experiences with other women, I see them looking at me from that angle because it always has to be positive until you prove me wrong. And when you prove me wrong, I'm not looking at it as a woman thing. I'm looking at it as a human thing because it can be from any gender. The only difference is that men are not projected as not genuinely supporting each other even when they are competing. It's only for women. That stereotype is only for women. But I'm sitting here to tell you that anybody, regardless of their gender, can be terrible. So you better change that mindset and give yourself a chance to have a supportive female community. It's the best. Another stereotype or another misconception is that women cannot maintain strong long-term relationships or friendships. Women cannot maintain strong long-term relationships or friendships. It is often projected that women's friendships are unstable and often temporary. And this mostly is coming from a place of the transition of women's life, especially from singlehood to being married and to motherhood. And these transitions affect women differently than men. Now, I am not also going to absolve some women of being the projectors of the stereotype. Because for some women, once they move through these life transitions, they tend to ostracize themselves. They tend to withdraw from their friends. You are a terrible person, and I'm telling you to your face. Because there is no reason why your friendship circle should change as you transition through life. Because for men, their friends remain the same, regardless of their transition through life. So women are often projected as not being able to hold down permanent or strong long-term relationships. Because once a woman moves from being single, in most cases, from being single to being married, in their head, because of internalized patriarchy and misogyny, you think that, oh, these my single friends are not serving the purpose anymore, and I need to get myself married friends. And so you dump your single friends and you're looking for women that are also married because in your head, you can relate to them better. But that is not true. Having genuine friends should stand the test of time, should stand any weather, right? And that is why it's been talked about that, oh, women, you can't be long-term friends with women. Just wait for her to transition. Just wait for her to get married. Just wait for her to be a mother. Now, we're not going to deny the fact that life happens. But the changes that happen in life does not have to equate disloyalty. Women who have the mindset that as they transition through life, their friendship circle also have to change. They are the problem. But they are just the minority. It's not something that you have to project onto yourself. As you are single, you have friends who are single. The moment you become married, it doesn't mean that those your friends cannot relate to your situation. And it doesn't mean that they are disloyal or they cannot continue to be your friend. And when you transition to becoming a mother, which is a very important role, it doesn't also mean that your friends who are still single or who are married and childless cannot relate to your situation. And it does not equate disloyalty. It just means that you are all at different phases in your life, but you can still maintain a healthy relationship and friendship. So that stereotype has to die with our generation because guess what? Women are capable of maintaining long-term, strong friendships and relationships. You just have to give yourself a chance and give the women around you a chance to be there for you. And now the benefits of having a strong women community or strong female friendship circle cannot be overemphasized. The kind of support, the kind of growth that comes from associating yourself with genuine women who also have your interest at heart and who have a common goal, it cannot be overemphasized, right? I can tell you for a fact that peak female experience is you having friends that are women, genuine friends, long-term friends that are women that will be in your corner. It is one of the best things that will happen to you as a woman. And denying yourself of this kind of relationship just because of what society is projecting onto you and you're capitalizing on that fear, it will not help you. Because if you're not friends with women, who do you want to be friends with as a woman? Think about it. So I am here to encourage any woman that is listening to my voice today to not deny yourself of having genuine female friendships just because of what society and the stereotype society is projecting onto you. Give yourself a chance, give the women in your life a chance to be there for you, to advocate for you, to cheer you on, to love you, to care for you, to nurture you, to be there for you even in the difficult times, because that is what life is all about. Okay? I'm really glad to have this conversation, and we can also be a part of the conversation by sharing your thoughts in the comments, and we can continue from there. And don't forget to subscribe to this channel and turn on notification because I would always be posting new videos every single week. Videos that you can relate with, videos that are entertaining, educating, informative, right? See you guys on the next one. Bye.